Like any other business, data collection is extremely important for online teaching, training or consulting businesses. This is normally done using online forms, and when you are getting started, you would prefer any free form application. But most of these free form applications, they offer only limited features and functionality. In this video, I'm going to show you JotForm, which is a popular commercial form application with more than 8 million users. And the best part is that you can get a free full-featured account. And full-featured means that your free account has all the advanced features. The only difference between their free and paid accounts is the amount of storage and number of forms. But you have the ability to test all their features, and if you find suitable, then you can go for a monthly subscription, which is also very affordable. And this is a very easy to use application. And in this video, I will give you enough demonstration which will enable you to use it for your business. But make sure that you watch full video. So let's get started after a short break. Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Tahir and I make videos about educational technology tools available to teachers and students. And if you are interested in these topics, please hit the subscribe button and also the notification bell to get notified whenever I post a new video on this channel. Today's video is sponsored by JotForm, but on this channel I recommend only those brands and products which are highly beneficial for my audience. And this is also one of such products. And there are two key attributes of JotForm. The first is that you get a full-featured free account. And the second is that creation of forms and tables is a drag and drop process. It is extremely easy to use so that you have the ability to focus on teaching, not on creating forms and tables. And in this video, I will demonstrate three key features of JotForm: how to build forms, their settings and how to publish forms. Then I will show you a recently released product of JotForm which is called JotForm Tables. Once you understand how to build a form, then you will be in a better position to understand tables. And then I will show you a very important feature which is smart PDF forms. If you are switching to online recently, you might have a large number of PDF forms, and this product converts your PDF files into an online form with few click of buttons, which is extremely productive and it saves a lot of time. You simply upload your PDF and the PDF is converted into a form, and I will show you how. But before I demonstrate you how to build forms and tables, I would like to show you some of the data collection use cases for online teaching or training business. You might be collecting data for registering the interest of your potential students, for collecting student feedback, for taking payments, recording attendance, and you can also implement Facebook Pixel in JotForm, which allows you to do some marketing, for example Facebook advertisement, to reach your potential students. And then when you offer free educational resources, some PDF tutorials, checklists, cheat sheets, at that time you can collect email addresses of your potential students and customers. And finally, a stage will come when you will have to establish a workflow for you and your team. When your business grows, you need a collaborative workspace. And JotForm Tables provide you this collaborative workspace where you and your team members can efficiently collaborate with each other and know who is doing what. So in this way, JotForm can help you in advanced project management. And I will show you two demonstrations in this video. The first will be collecting student feedback, which is critical for your business. And I will show you a simple example where you can collect student feedback and then you make certain decisions for your teaching staff. And then I will show you their smart PDF features, how it works. So let's start this practical demonstration. Now to sign up with JotForm, simply type jotform.com and then you can sign up with an email. Although you can use Google account, but the best is to sign up with an email. And now let's have a look at the pricing and options. You have 4 options to choose from, and if you scroll down, you can see that the only difference between these options is either the storage or the number of submissions you can have. And now I'm going to show you an example, and I have selected this scenario because most of my subscribers, they are running schools, colleges, or they are having their own online teaching business. And in teaching and education environment, student feedback is extremely important, because the main purpose of any teacher is to deliver content to achieve the learning objectives. And if your teachers are not performing, you want to either train your teachers or you want to replace your teachers. So whether you are doing a training need analysis, you are trying to craft your forms carefully with the planning to get some answers from your students, and based on the feedback, you want to identify the areas in which your teachers need training to align them with your core values of your business. But in some cases, you will identify that teachers totally conflict with your vision and your core values. In that case, you want to replace them. You don't want to train them, because in some cases, replacement is better than training. And regarding feedback, I have seen a ridiculous way of getting the feedback. And that is when a principal asks a teacher to get the feedback of his or her students. And in the last lecture, teacher hands over few feedback forms which student tick tick tick, and I don't know whether the teacher submit the same form or they replace the form. So this is not a good way. The good way is to get online feedback, a legitimate, unique feedback from students. And this is what we are going to see how you can get this using JotForm very easily. Just drag and drop. And now I am logged into my JotForm account, and actually I have created this form and some of my students have already filled this form. But I would like to start from scratch and I will show you how I created this form, the whole process. So to create a form, click on create form and then I click on use template. And now there are many templates available from various fields, and the advantage of using a template is that you understand what are the best practices. So I will be clicking on evaluation forms and then I scroll down, and this is the template sample course evaluation. I click on that, and when I looked at these questions are very good for getting a very thorough feedback. I have no time to read these questions, but you can do that. And this is a simplistic evaluation form. Now, as you can see that there is no field for the name of the participants, the person who is filling the form. In corporate environment, anonymous is better. In an education environment, you might want to get the names and email addresses of your students because you want to get authentic information. So let's say I want to add name and email. To do that, first I have to click use template, and now I am inside JotForm Builder, and this is the area where you build the forms. And there are three main sections: build, settings and publish. On the left hand side, you can add form elements, and if I click on that, there are a large number of elements available. And as you can see that how easy it is to add form elements in JotForm. So we want to add full name. I click on that, so I can drag this. Now I can click on email and email is added. And now let us see how I can edit these fields which are already there. So in the class title, as you can see that these classes might be different than my classes. So I can select all these and I can simply click delete, and then I can add some classes. And then I click save changes. And now these are name of the instructors. Let us add one more and save changes. You can add more fields. And now the next thing is settings. I click on settings, and in this area you can change the title of the form. And if I click on more options, there are some very important options in this area. First, you should select the language. So let us select English. Now you can add password protection. This is one way to get the authentic feedback. You can also require a single login. But at least what you should do is you should demand a unique submission, and currently it's no check. I click on that, and then you can select at least cookies. So check cookies only. Your student will be able to submit one feedback form. Then if you want a unique question, for example, if you want to get one response from one email, so you can check this as well. And then there are some more options, so you can have a look at these options, and then you click on publish. And now you can copy the link simply by clicking on that, and then you can send this link to your students via email. So normally what you do is you create email groups and then you send the link to any particular group of students. But if there are only few students, you can invite them by putting their emails, writing any message, and then you can click on send invitations. But basically the output of your form building process is this link. And if you want to check the link, you can click on this, open in a new tab, and this is how your students will see the form. And at the end there is this button. So let's go back. On the left hand side there are some more publishing options. Similarly in the settings area, and now I have moved myself on this side because I realized that some of these tabs might not be visible. I want to show you that this email option is also very important, and if I click on this email, there are two very important settings here. One is the notification email. I have given my email address. Whenever someone fills a form, I get the notification. You can edit this from here. Similarly, there is an autoresponder email, and you can add any email. For example, if you want to assign any staff members that whenever someone fills a form, an email should be sent to a staff member, you can add the email address of that person. Then there are integrations, and as you can see that JotForm can be integrated to many other applications such as Google Sheets, Google Drive, Slack, and one of my favorite is Trello, which is a project management application, and this integration can be very useful if you want to do an advanced project management and you want to combine the power of JotForm with Trello's project management capabilities. You can redesign your thank you page. This page will be displayed when someone submits the form, and you can also redirect the person to any page on your website. And not all these options can be discussed in detail in this short video. And if I click on this build and elements, one of the most important aspect is that you can actually add a signature field. And if you have a look at some of the applications which allow signatures on a PDF, you will soon realize how expensive are those applications which allow you to sign a PDF. And this feature is available within JotForm at no extra cost. And now I'm going to show you the report feature available in JotForm. So I click on this little arrow and go back to my forms. And now as I mentioned that some of my students have filled these forms, and I select this form, and on the right hand side I can see that there are submissions, and if I click on that, 3 of my students have filled 2 forms each, and I have filled 2 forms with my different account, and I can scroll towards right and see all these fields. And if you are getting the email addresses of your students, make sure that you follow the privacy principles. If I click on this tab, a presentation style report has already been generated for this form, as you can see. So this was a quick demo of JotForm application. I am confident that now you can build a form, do some important settings, publish the form, and see the reports. But there are tons of features. All those cannot be covered in this short video. And now let us talk about JotForm Tables. On this slide, I have laid down the bigger picture. In simple words, you can say that your forms are at the front end and tables are on the back end. So we collect data in forms, and that data is stored in a table. You can put data from multiple forms into a table. So this is the data organization functionality of tables, where tables store data in columns and tabs, and then this data can be presented as well. So there is a presentation aspect of tables as well, where you can present table data in 3 different ways. You can present in a spreadsheet manner, which is very close to the tabular form itself. Then you can present in a calendar, and you can also present data in the form of reports, which is very similar to which you have already seen in this video. But the ability of a table to collect data from multiple forms makes it a very powerful product, in particular for collaboration between team members. Therefore, a table can be considered as a collaborative workspace, and this is achieved by the sharing capability of table. You can share table. Now, before I show you the actual tables, there are a large number of education templates available, as you can see, and simply by typing jotform.com/myforms, you can reach all the forms which you have. And if you type my tables instead of my forms, now you will see all of your tables. And you might have noticed that I have 3 forms and 3 tables because one table is associated with one of my forms. And to create a new table, you simply click on create table. Now you can create a blank table, you can use a template, and you can also import data. But we are starting from blank table, and I give this a name and I click create table. And by default, there are 3 columns available. Forms have fields and tables have columns because every field is associated with one column. And if you want to add more columns and you click on add, you will be presented with these 3 options. Because there are some basic column types just like the field types in a form. Then there are some formulas and also there are some connection types. So in connection types, I can link this new column to any of my existing form or any table. So let us click on this form and I click next. So let us give this a name instructor because I want to extract data from the instructor column of the form which I have showed you in the beginning of the video. So I click next. Now it says select a form to get data from, and I select course evaluation form. And now I have to select a field of that form. So I click here and I select instructor's name and then I click create column. Now this column has been created and this is connected to my first form which I created in this video. So if I click inside this and I click add, now I can add any of the instructors from that particular form. So I can select any of these or multiple of these. For example, I can select this person and this person, click outside, and these 2 will be selected for this cell. In a similar manner, you can also add a tab and link it to a form. Now this is a complete table associated with this form. Now if you want to present this table in the form of a calendar or card, you click on these 3 dots and then change the type. Currently the type table is selected. You can select a card and a calendar, and in the uploads area you can include or you can upload all the files associated with this table. Let us click on card, and now all the entries are shown in the form of cards. So one card is one row of the table. You can also hover over this and you can click on that and it will also show the entry in a bigger box. Now let's have a look at the other type, which is the calendar type, and now it is showing all the date events. Now there are many other features and functionality available, but for this video this was a brief overview of JotForm tables, and I'm sure that now you understand how table works, what are various features, how to create and link tables, these kind of things. And now we will see how smart PDF forms work. From inside the account, I click on features and then smart PDF forms. And now let us try this. And now it shows me this upload PDF form. I click on that and I have created this simple form. And now I have moved myself out of the view so that you could see both sides. On the right hand side, you can see this is my PDF file. And on the left hand side, JotForm is trying to convert this into an online form. And as you can see that there are few minor changes. This name field has been correctly moved into the form. Similarly, email address and mobile phone. But I have to make few changes in this area. So I quickly make these changes. And I have to delete these extra bits. Now title of the form is also missing, so I can add a form element. You can add any element, but I just need this header. I type the title and then I move this to the top of my form. And now everything is ready, and you will notice that in my PDF file, I only had a line there, but JotForm was intelligent enough to detect the word date and it has put a calendar so that now students can choose a date from the calendar. And now my form is ready. I am in the build tab and I have already explained settings. The next step is very simple. Just click publish and now I got the link. So you just saw that how easy it is to create an online form from a simple PDF file. You just need some minor corrections. Now video is becoming very long, but I am sure that you must have realized that it is very easy to create forms and tables in JotForm. You don't need any programming experience, and after watching this tutorial, I'm sure that you should be able to create forms and tables in JotForm. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching and see you next time.